that had got many of the European, oh, thank you very much. Countries that had many of the European missionaries were actually colonized by Europe. You see, countries that had missionaries from France were colonized by the French. I want you to take note of that. When you look at countries like Congo, where we used to have the French missionaries, that is where we see the French colonialists. So the missionaries were actually organizing ground for the colonialists. That's why when you look at this map, where you see this cross, where you see Christianity, let me make it, where you see Christianity is where you will get the European colonialists. Where you get the French, where you get the French in most of the West African countries, you get the French colonies there, because the French mission, the French missionaries settled in such countries. Okay, thank you very much, my admin, for making us live stream. This is good. So we can now continue. Bakita was not intending to become a host. Bakita was explaining some point, then the network. So these are the reasons why European explorers came to East Africa. I want us to go back to them and quickly review them. The first reason was to find the source of the River Nile. So this is the River Nile, and this is one of the explorer. I don't want to mention that explorer because we are going to look at him later in our lesson today. So the second reason was to find trade opportunities or market for the goods. Okay, the Europeans had involved themselves in the trade of silk and spices from India. And so these spices needed to get market from East Africa. And that is one of the reasons why the European explorers came to East Africa. Another one was to open up way for missionaries. I think I have explained that where you find missionaries, that is where you got the explorers have passed or have settled there for some time. So in other words, one was preparing way for the other, and one was preparing way for the other. Explorers prepared way for missionaries, missionaries prepared way for colonialists. So explorers also were trying to find chances to get colonies. The word acquire means to get colonies. So I was explaining this, that where you see missionaries who were actually Europeans, you will find that such countries where European missionaries settled is where you will get the European colonial masters taking on the administration of such countries. So we look at the second group of explorers called the Portuguese Explorers. This picture tries to show us the Portuguese explorers. These were salesmen. They moved through the sea. And that's why you see these sea vessels, these water vessels, and then the Portuguese explorers. Okay. Now, these explorers were sponsored, I think I mentioned this, they were sponsored by the Royal Geographical Society. This is the society that sponsored them. The first Europeans to come to East Africa were actually the Portuguese explorers. They came from Portugal, that's their country, and the capital of Portugal is Lisbon. I think someone on the chat is here trying to explain that one. Okay. Okay, sorry for that, Bakita. This is Bakita getting on. Okay. Okay, sorry for that, Bakita. Bakita is busy apologizing, sorry. Okay. The Portuguese explorers wanted to find the sea route to India. And the reason why I explained that they were not in good relationship with the Empire of Oman. And so they could not pass on land to India, okay? They wanted spices and silk from India. I think we have seen that one in our pictures where we saw the spices and the silk. Silk is material, is a cloth. Silk is a material for a cloth. Some of you have got those silk materials in your clothes, especially those gowns for weddings, basically are made out of silk. So silk material was found in India. So China, due to the good climate, was able to grow many of the spices that we have seen in our picture. And so the Portuguese wanted to trade in that item. Also, the Portuguese at first brought spices over the land through the Black Sea. I think I have explained this to you. But due to the bad relationship between Portugal and the Empire of Oman, that is Turkey, present-day Turkey, these people could not allow the trade to be carried out on their land. And so they had to use the sea and decided to discover the sea route to India. The reason was that there was no good relationship between Europe and the present-day Turkey, the Empire of Oman. So the Portuguese were very experienced people in sailing or water transport. Prince Henry, called the navigator, started a school for sailors at Port Sagres. This is where he trained different groups of people to learn how to sail through the sea. So he wanted to send them far away, even past India, to find market for their goods. And so he trained them. He also taught his sailors not to be afraid of Africa and the African ways. So these are the contributions of one of the Portuguese, Prince Henry the Navigator. He's one of those navigators who trained the sailors and taught them not to fear Africa and the African ways. So let's have a review of the few of the concepts that we have looked at. Our time is over, but I want us to use a few minutes to interact. I want to start with the people on call. I want to start with those on call. Let me start with those on call. What is the meaning of the word explorers? Let me start with Patience. Patience, I hope you are ready. Patience Amolo. Yes, Patience. Yes, Patience. Oh, Patience is not active. Aguti Gloria. Aguti Gloria. Aguti Gloria. Okay. I think we will get to the people on chat. Finally, let me hear from Kiden Esther. Yes.
Yes, teacher. Good morning. Yes, teacher.
Who are the explorers? How do you define the word explorers? You are not active enough. Let me hear from Kiden. Yes, Kiden?
Explorers are people who travel in search of geographic or scientific information.
Very good, girl. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. I want to give that answer immediately. Thank you for being attentive. Before I go to the people on chat, let me get Jordan. Yes, Jordan? 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 Oh, Jordan is also not picking up very fast. On the chat, we have got Galaxy. Galaxy has not seen the screen. Sorry about that. One of us is on now. Yes, please. Why? This is our question. Why the explorers came to East Africa? Can we give reasons as to why the explorers came to East Africa? Hamis, give us the answer. Morris, thank you very much for your answer, Morris. Morris has given us to find the source of River Nile. Any other? Any other? Yes. Lena. Lena is defining explorers. Thank you. Another person? Desmond. Yes. Thank you very much. Clever. To find trading opportunities. Clever. Thank you. Thank you for that contribution. Any other person? Okay. Solomon. To find the source of River Nile. Thank you, Solomon. Rahma. Thank you. Sam. Thank you. Zam. Thank you very much. Okay. Those are the contributions of the explorers. I think we have looked at those reasons. Okay, let me get the people here. Esther, thank you very much for your answer. William, good one. Stout, thank you. Clever again, thank you. K. Lily, thank you. Kazozi, Jordan, thank you very much for your contribution. Priska, thank you. Priska has given us to find the source of the River Nile. Love for adventure from Kasozi, thank you. Many others, thank you very much. So as we end, I have already sent this work to our Google Classroom. I want you to take time and go and take the notes. And then after taking notes, I want you to do the activity. Okay? The activity is already there in the Google Classroom. Do that activity and hand in time. Okay? I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for participating in this lesson, but also thank so much my administrators who managed to sort out the issues of hosts. Thank you very much, Eric. Thank you, Rogers. Rogers came in and found us in a blackout. Thank you very much, Rogers. And all the learners, the participants, I cannot mention you all. Morgan, Sam, Nachtende, you are good. Rahma, thank you very much. Thank you very much. All of you, Rajab, Josie, all of you, you've done very well. Emmanuel James, Moga, Faith, thank you very much. Moga, Faith, and other people. From me and all the team of admins, I would like to thank you and say goodbye. Okay. All right. Okay. So when we meet, the next time we meet, I want to make sure that you have done the work. I don't want to come and find that you have not even done the work. So please make sure you do the work and submit it for marking. Because if you don't submit for marking, then it will not have any benefit. See? Okay. I want to emphasize this, that I send work to many people, but at the end, the very few of you do it. So I want to make sure that when you receive this work, please make sure that you actually do the work. I don't want you to take the work and you don't do. I would like to share with you this screen, but I think time is up. Let us end here. Thank you very much. Okay, let me end the live stream. Yes.